Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have a Lenovo ThinkBook 14. This is going to be the Gen 7 Intel model. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your speakers. So first thing, power down your computer, make sure that it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access the bottom case screws. You have a total of 9 screws on your bottom case. The 4 on the bottom near the red arrows will come out of the case completely. The rest of the screws near the blue arrows, those are called captive screws. Those will stay in the bottom case even though you fully unscrew them from the threading. After you have all of your screws up, you're going to take a small flat pry tool. You're going to start generally in the back near one of the 2 corners and pry that up, pry that seam up from the rest of the computer. So you'll start back here near a corner, you'll come in here, take this section off, and then you work your way down the sides. Don't put the pry tool too far in. You could damage some internal components. Keep it on the edge, go nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. When you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like help with any tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any upgrade and replacement parts for this specific model, the 14G7, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and that'll be a list of all the tools and supplies that I use, plus all the upgrade and replacement parts for this model computer. Now, before touching anything in a computer, it's always best to remove or at least unplug your battery. Computers are safer to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. To get at the battery plug, as you see, it's kind of underneath this shield right here. So you can go ahead and peel that up nice and slow and careful, and you can get that off. Once you do, you can gain access to the plug. This battery is held in by these 5 screws near the red arrows, and it plugs into the motherboard right here. Now, it's generally best to not pull on wires or cables in a computer. You could damage them, and sometimes you can pull them right out of the plug. But in this case, because there wasn't a lot of grip on that plug, I did have to grab it right here. I grabbed the wires right near the black tape, which is probably why they're there. And I pulled on it, wiggled it a little bit. I was careful not to go too hard, but I was able to wiggle that out of that plug from this area here. Now you have one set of speakers right here towards the left of my screen. This one does not plug into the motherboard itself. It's wired down through here, again, through your battery, down over here to the right to this speaker, and this speaker plugs into the motherboard here. So to get your speakers out, you have to again make sure that these wires are unrun from the battery. The speakers themselves are not actually screwed down to the computer. If you notice these orange rubber washers over these posts for sound insulation, that's all that's holding them down. So you can very easily just wiggle those right up to get those speakers out, and make sure that you don't pull on these wires. Speaker wires are very fragile. Just use your fingernails or a pry tool on either one of these tabs on that plug to wiggle that out of that port. I will try to have a speaker replacement option for you below in the description in that link I told you about, with all of the tools and supplies and replacement parts for this computer. And I will also add that if you are having sound quality issues in your computer, if your sound is not consistent across different types of software, it's probably not a speaker issue. Your speakers are probably fine. You're probably looking at a system or a driver issue. Below in the description and above in the video, I will have a video tutorial link showing you how to make sure all of your system drivers are updated so you can rule that out first. And lastly, as long as you're in your computer, if you notice up here, guys, this is your RAM. You have 2 RAM ports, but only 1 RAM stick comes stock in this computer. There's a good amount of RAM upgrades you can do, and RAM is a large part of your computer's speed and its performance. If you want to know how to upgrade your RAM, check out the video that pops up when this one is done, and I'll explain how to do that. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, check out the FAQs in the description. If you need to leave me a question or comment, please do. I try to get to those at least a couple times a day. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video.